Oh, how'd he find Armstrong? And Armstrong missed it. Hornets missing shots close to the basket. Score remains 37-26. You just don't sense a lot of intensity in this game. Not to say they're not hustling, not to say they're not trying their best. And that's a foul. What's that foul called or what? What was it? Oh, a 5-second violation. We're going to have a timeout to catch our breath, and we're glad. North Country Chiropractic scoreboard has Plattsburgh 37, Saranac Lake 26. In the Saranac Lake huddle as one of the assistant coaches, I believe he's the modified A coach, Jim Donis, who was quite an athlete at Saranac Lake Central when they were the Redskins, and then he went on to college at Ithaca College and was quite a pitcher at Ithaca College, outstanding college career pitching-wise, and he is back working with his alma mater. Brian Cook, the short shot and the swish. Brian Cook off the bench, hits the two-pointer. And Saranac Lake throws it away. 3:05 to play as we watch the clock. We're in the third quarter, and it's a 13-point Plattsburgh High School lead. Wolleben, McMillan, Boyer finds McMillan, but no, intercepted by Lee Donis. Saranac Lake comes right back. Johnson threw everybody. And jumping in on the rebound, Lee Donis crashed the boards, picked up a foul. Fuller returns to the action for Donis. Third foul on Lee Donis. They are cousins. The two Donises, they are cousins of Jim Donis, who we pointed out a moment ago. Armstrong for Plattsburgh. Now Miguel Maldonado. Brian Cook takes it in traffic, lost the handle. Went into dangerous territory there, and here's Johnson with it. Fuller. Wolleben with the defense. Edenfield. Armstrong for Plattsburgh. 39-26 Plattsburgh. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And Wolleben stepped through Times Square. Everybody all around crowding the lane. Somehow Wolleben got through and scored. It'll stay here, Saranac Lake ball. Hornets have built the lead up to 15 points. They led by 4 at the end of the first quarter. They led by 11 at halftime. Ashton. But Fuller on the boards. It's going to fall. It'll count. Good rebound on the offensive boards. Dylan Fuller. Kevin Doherty, the head coach of Plattsburgh, assisted by Chris Hartman. Hartman's first year as the assistant varsity coach. He's coached a few years on the girls' side of things on the modified A girls basketball team for Plattsburgh High School. A minute and a half remaining third quarter. Inside to McMillan and back to Maldonado. Rebound Fuller. Now Johnson. Still Johnson. Ashton for Edenfield. Ashton gets breathing room and it rolled out. Wolleben for Plattsburgh. Nice dish for McMillan. Wolleben to McMillan. And McMillan will step to the line. 2 chances for Chris McMillan. McMillan for Plattsburgh has 6 points on the season. 2 in his first 3 varsity games, 2 apiece. He did not score against Saranac. And he nets one here, does McMillan. Substitution Saranac Lake as Matt Donis comes out, replaced by Nick Brindisi. Also, we'll get another substitution in a moment. Jarrett Cruikshank's going to enter. McMillan, a nice 2 for 2 from the line. Jarrett Cruikshank in. His parents are just to our right. And he replaces Ashton. 45 seconds to play in quarter number 3. And the Hornets back up by 15 on the McMillan foul shots. Nice dish inside. Brindisi, the nice dish. Favreau out with 3 fouls for Plattsburgh. Armstrong. Cook gets the ball. Back to Armstrong. Shot clock is off. 8 seconds on the game clock. Third quarter. Do the Hornets know how much time? Down to 2 seconds. McMillan at the buzzer. Ew! It tippy-toed out. And that's the buzzer. We played 3 quarters, and the North Country Chiropractic scoreboard has Plattsburgh High School 43, Saranac Lake 28. A look at the Hornet cheerleaders. Cheerleaders are senior captain Kate Tobrock, senior Aisha Blanks, junior captain Alicia Alexander, and then the rest of the unit, Alicia Ledoux, Canon Siganta, David Martin, Jen Dwyer, Katalee Pavetta, Jackie Kennedy, Jocelyn Favreau back in and hits one to open the fourth quarter. I started to say Jocelyn, I meant Jocelyn Douglas, Michelle Bishop, Jenna Hayden, Kelsey Kelleher, and then freshman cheerleaders Alex Mahalik, Lydia Warden, Jessica Judson, and Karen Brown is the coach. Karen Brown is the cheerleading coach, a longtime coach at Plattsburgh High School. We have a quick timeout. Paul Spillman and Arnie Miller are the officials. 7:36 to play in the fourth quarter, and it's Plattsburgh 45, Saranac Lake 28. Adam Favreau with 15 points in the game, right around his average. He came into the game averaging 17, so that won't change much. Ooh, Edenfield in and out. The Hornets had that problem in the first half. Better check that basket. Armstrong inside in the double team on Favreau, and they get too many hands on him. Neither team in the bonus. The big game by Boyer. He had 14 at the half. He hasn't scored in the second half, but for Boyer, that's well above his average of 7.5. So he'll up his average going into the next game, which for Plattsburgh High School is against Peru. We hope to bring that game to you. Plattsburgh High School at Peru. Favreau nets it. He's at his average. Adam Favreau with 17 in the game. And the Hornets by 19. Ashton, 3! Eric Ashton, 3 threes in the game. And it cuts it to 16. Armstrong, 3-point range. Across the floor to Cook. Armstrong finds the opening, dishes to Cook. Armstrong on the put back in. Armstrong now with 6 in the game, and it's 49-31 with 6 minutes to play. Johnson found a way, but traveled. Got the basket, but traveled. Boyer returns, replacing Miguel Maldonado. Maldonado, 4 points in the game. 5:55 to play in this one. Eric Gagnon on camera having a whale of a time. Inside to McMillan. McMillan rolls around, and this one rolls in. 51-31. McMillan makes it a 20-point contest. Plattsburgh outscored Saranac Lake 12-8 in the third quarter. A bucket by Matt Donis. Donis with 8 in the contest. 51-33 Plattsburgh. Cook, 3-point range. Three! The Cookie Monster hits the three-pointer. He's got 5 in the game. A long one from Johnson off the mark. Good save by Matt Donis. McMillan gets position underneath and gets the rebound. 54-33 Plattsburgh. Cook. Armstrong had to put the high arc on it. And a tip in by Favreau. Favreau, what a leaper he is. He goes at about 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'6". Favreau with the boards. Up to Boyer. Now Favreau, now Armstrong. McMillan thinks about it. McMillan works. Dishes to Cook. Now Armstrong. The midway mark of the fourth quarter. Favreau. Armstrong. Jamie Armstrong. 58-33 as the Hornets open things up in the fourth quarter, and cheers from the Hornets student body to our left, because Coach Doherty is reaching down the bench and he's called on a couple of the fan favorites, Ross the Boss Garcia and Steve Esposito, and Kevin, I got a lot of things on my plate, Murnane. 3 of the fan favorites with a couple of more to go. Shot made by Dylan Fuller. Also, Coach Carlisto brings in number 10, Jarrett Cruikshank. Number 13, Russ Noble. And number 4, Nick Brindisi back in. 3:35 to play, 58-34. And you can believe the student body is back into this ball game. They'll be cheering for some of these reserves to get to the bottom of the net. Another substitution, Saranac Lake. Tyler Leidig. Boyer gets it to Esposito. Pops a 3. Fans wanted that one. Batted around. McMillan gets it back. Another Hornet opportunity. McMillan attacks the basket. And Boyer there for Plattsburgh. He steps out. He'll pop a 3. That one's short, and it'll be Saranac Lake ball. 3:03 to play. 58-35, but and Jordan Maley is off the bench. The Michael Jordan of Plattsburgh, Jordan Maley. North Carolina had its Jordan. The Bulls had their Jordan. Plattsburgh's got its Jordan. Jordan Maley. And Scott Rougeau. Rouge. Turnover. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. Murnane, Maley, Esposito, Garcia, and Rougeau. Esposito to Maley. He looks, gets it to Bernane. Now Espo. Oh, a steal. Ashton spotted that one. Oh, he didn't step out of bounds. Loose ball and Murnane there. Of course, Kevin Murnane, part of our camera crew. He's a member of North Country Cable Network's team. Garcia. Loose ball. The boys on the floor. And it's a held ball possession arrow to Saranac Lake. 2:20 to play, 58-35, Plattsburgh. Chris Cavallo returns, replacing Eric Ashton. Ashton had 9 points in the game. We'll recap all the scoring following this one. Plattsburgh High School goes to 4-1 on the season. Saranac Lake drops to 0-5. Arnie Miller and Paul Spillman with the officiating tonight. Our sincere thanks to Dr. Christopher Benoit and everyone at North Country Chiropractic for their support of North Country Sports and North Country Cable Network. We appreciate those business supporters. I'm Foxy Gagnon. Our number is 561-0616. The 2-minute mark. 3-point try in and out, and Rougeau on the boards to Espo. Stevie Wonder Esposito takes it through and not fouled. I guess not. I guess they made a good block on him. Esposito looks. Number 40 in, Jason Brewer. They want Maley to shoot. Hornets work the ball on the perimeter. Maley, they try to double team him. Esposito pops one, glances the rim, and Cavallo Lake. Inside the dish and off the hands of Cavallo. Just a minute 20 to play. 58-35. The Jordan of Plattsburgh. Jordan Maley hits the three. Murnane with a steal. He may go for the slam dunk. The Hornets outscoring Saranac Lake 19-7 in the final quarter. They go back door to Maley. He dishes to Murnane from 3-point range. Too much on it, but Garcia saved it. Saranac Lake ball with 42 seconds. Murnane there, and he creates the turnover. Murnane with the steal, gets it to Esposito. 33 seconds. The Hornets student body trying to direct traffic and say who should get it. Inside to Rougeau. Now they go up top. Esposito from the parking lot. Maley with 15 seconds. Short on that one. Saranac Lake ball. Up the floor goes Brindisi to Cruikshank. Glances the rim. 3 seconds. Up the floor. Murnane at the buzzer. At the buzzer. Hey, what a game. The Hornets going up 4-1 and please the crowd in doing so. In the last quarter to 7 for Saranac Lake. To recap the scoring for Saranac Lake, 9 points in the game for Ashton, 8 in the game for Matt Donis, 2 for Edenfield. Steve Johnson finishes with 8. Dylan Fuller with 6, and 2 for Lee Donis, a total of 35 for Saranac Lake. For Plattsburgh High School, a total of 62. Jamie Armstrong with 7 in the second half, finishes with 9. Brian Cook with 5 second half points. Miguel Maldonado with 4 points. Jordan Maley hit a 3-pointer. Let me tell you, Jordan Maley with a 3-pointer. Chris McMillan finishes with 4. Jonathan Wallabin with 4. And the Hornets were paced by Nate Boyer's 14 first half points and Adam Favreau, who finishes with 19, a total of 62. Thanks to Eric Gagnon for his work on camera. Thanks to Dr. Christopher Benoit and everyone at North Country Chiropractic for their support of North Country CVAC basketball. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable saying thanks, Eric. And final score, Plattsburgh High School 62, Saranac Lake Central 35. Good night, North Country.